Is your cat also climbing all over you?
Oh my gosh, she will not leave me alone. She wants to be held like a baby, I'm pretty sure. I think that if
Yeah.
I do this, she'll like lay down and just call it a day. You're gonna do it?
No,
Oh.
now you said it.
She just wants to be near me.
Yeah.
You hear her chirping?
Yeah. Yeah.
I... I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my Roll20
You're okay.
loaded.
Take your time. We're good.
Okay.
I do have to say that the wolf howling right as Nathan finished his like intimidation was like so on point. It was so good.
That's kind of badass. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Okay.
If I hadn't almost completely failed that deception.
No, it's fine. You could have just shot him in the head before he responded.
I mean, no. The intimidation from my action, I'd have to stand there and just take whatever he was going to do for the next turn.
Oh, no.
Okay. So what do you want to do with this box?
I think we are like convincing. I can try and roll persuasion if you want. Against like Liam if you want him to not, but I think we're trying to put the box into Zoidberg to at least get it out of here, and we're gonna try and like get out of town to go lie low somewhere.
Okay. Let me open
I feel like if
these.
we roll, it at least leaves it to the
Yeah. Let's see. How do I want to roll this? We'll do straight intelligence. And actually, I'm gonna make it an insight check for him. Yeah, he kind of looks at it just for a long moment, looks at Zoid. Oh, it's not Zoidberg anymore. It's Jonathan.
That's right, Jonathan.
And he's kind of like, okay, buddy, you can do this. Open wide. Nope, wider, bigger. Yep, a little bit more, buddy. And he would help put it in there, into the mouth.
Over his face right now.
That's what she said. I can't lie. I thought about it. I have no self-control. I am a child.
Good job, buddy. And he would touch Jonathan back on his belt. And you see Zoidberg just kind of, and then, and he just belches.
You think if we get this to, I don't know, the manor or something, we can keep it safe and out of reach?
That's probably the best bet. At least we can stronghold at the manor.
Okay.
We get Eunice to bury it.
Yeah. Cover it with some fungi. Seems like a best bet. And we're already on the outskirts of town, right? The cemetery was on like the eastern...
Yeah, on the eastern wall. Yeah.
Okay. I think we try to stealthily get out of the cemetery and kind of stealth our way out of town, just laying low. We're not carrying a giant cask anymore, so it's like we're not super noticeable, hopefully.
Okay.
Is there anything else in this tomb, or is it just the casket? Or the cask.
Other than the 2 graves you see in there, or 2.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
And we didn't really have anything else, right? Like, we rolled into Yartar to kind of like sleep for the night and like somehow got wrapped up in this with the orcs. So there was no real purpose for us being in town. Okay. Just making sure I wasn't forgetting anything, because I don't know. I don't want like Rowan or Liam to miss out on anything, but I don't think we were here for anything. So
No, Rowan got laid. I don't think she missed out on anything.
The
Good
important
point.
stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are headed back, basically continue on your journey?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. So,
Where is the manor at Westbridge in relation to Yartar?
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me bring you to the map here. So,
I will be right back, puppy.
uh-huh.
Hey.
Yartar is here,
I gotta zoom out. Hold on. Go ahead. Click again.
right here.
Okay.
And as you guys, if you are heading along the road, you'll hit Tribor and then straight down to Westbridge. The manor is just on the cliffside there, but that's 68 miles.
Okay.
So what pace do you guys want to make on that? You want fast, normal, or slow?
I would say stealthy getting out of town for the first couple of miles, and
Okay.
then at least normal from there. I don't know if anyone else votes to go fast. I'm fine, but I'll leave that to a group decision.
I mean, fast for the first little bit probably be a good idea, just to
Okay.
piece out. But
What is
after,
the
yeah,
what is
hitting
the difference
Tribor,
like?
Probably.
I
I think it's like 4 miles a day or something like that. There's a difference between 8 and 12 or something.
Yeah, for slow, if you're trying to be careful, and granted, it is, you guys are basically into hitting just the morning hours. So
Okay.
you're at about, like, as you're leaving there, you're at about 1 a.m.
Okay. And I was just like looking at the effects. So if we move fast, that actually gives us 4 miles per hour, so 30 miles a day. We just get a -5 to any perception scores.
Mhm.
But it's not like disadvantage on stealth necessarily. It's just we don't get to be as perceptive of our surroundings. So I would agree with that. I would say fast for. Yeah.
Because, yeah,
for
that
first.
fast would get us to Tribor, basically, in the one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys will move fast on the first day. Go ahead and make me perception checks.
This is a -5. No. 2. I have inspiration. Should I use it on this? I'm going to. We're fleeing town, so I'm using my DM inspiration from last session. That's better.
So we get -5 for moving quickly, correct?
Yes.
So that means my perception is a -3.
I got a 15. Just
So a
ignore that.
10.
I got an
No,
11.
no, I got a 20.
Oh,
I got a 20.
so -5. Okay.
So it's 15.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep, I got
Okay.
a 1 + 1 -5.
Okay. Okay. And I'll just roll 1 for
Pretty
them.
standard, Nathan.
Let's see. Shit. 12 -5. Ah.
Y'all are so funny. Like, I got a 1. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Okay, and the other 2 did not do so great either. All right. Chara, roll me a d20. Just straight d20.
12.
Okay. You guys are able to make it to Tribor. Do you wish to settle down for the night? Do you want to keep going?
A
I
long
think
rest would be
some
really
resting needs to
preferable.
be happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you guys want
I
to do
don't-
that in town? Do you want to do it outside of town? What's your preference?
I'm not gonna lie, an inn would be better, but given what we have, maybe stay out of town.
I think we should stay outside of town.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Nina's in the same, like, she also prefers an inn, but they are carrying a weapon of mass destruction, so we will stay outside of town.
Okay.
I will volunteer to stay. Watch guard. Stay guard? Be guard?
Stand guard, yeah.
Stand guard.
All of those work. All of those work.
All of those things. As don't really need the long rest.
Okay. Then, Chara, as your group camps up and you are keeping an eye out, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
16.
Okay. You guys get to Westbridge. I'm sorry, to Tribor. As it's getting to about 6 p.m., you start to camp down. Sun's just now starting to get low, as the season has just started to change. But Chara, you keep an eye out, and at one point you feel like you hear some rustling in the leaves. You stand up slowly and look, keeping an eye out. And you don't see anything else. But a few minutes later, you hear the rustling further down. And a few minutes later, it seems like it gets a little bit further away.
Okay. I don't do anything.
You guys are able to get a full rest. And
Feels so much better.
And are you going to continue on
Yeah.
to Westbridge?
Yeah, I think the
Westbridge.
goal is to go hide this thing at the manor.
Okay. So then Westbridge would be about 36 miles. So same pace, fast pace.
How fast is fast? Well, we need to go fast to get there today.
You can
I was
get
gonna say normal's okay
30. What is
at this
it?
point.
Yeah, 30 miles is fast.
Yeah.
24 is normal. 18 is slow. So I would say normal or fast. Either one. I'm okay this taking a day and a half.
Need to open up the calendar too. Make sure I'm moving that. So it's 6 day. Great. You guys arrive, we'll say, at Westbridge. Probably, if it's a full day, probably almost in the very, very late evening, you arrive at the manor at you get into town probably, we'll say, around 11 p.m. As you get into town, you do notice there seems to be quite a bit of commotion going on around the, I have to remember what it's called now. The Harvest Inn.
Oh no.
It seems slightly more populated than usual. You see people are kind of standing around outside, a lot of talking going back and forth. Some are looking up at the one of the windowed rooms along one side of it.
Can we listen in on what people are like gossiping about as they look up?
Yeah, roll perception checks.
16?
21.
Okay. Yeah. You all hear some general hubbub about a large orc, a caravan that had come into town, and a large orc that had kidnapped a child, and they were trying to, the orc then stormed Gulliver's Manor and was trying to break in. And the rumors that you hear back and forth are, that this orc was somehow detained, and the child was freed, but the child was feral. And so they detained the orc somewhere within the manor, and the child was brought here to the inn in one of the upper rooms.
Jesus. We don't happen to think any of that had to do with I'm blanking on his name. The bard, the one that's
Corbett?
Corbett, yeah.
I mean, you don't hear anything about him.
Okay.
Not
Well,
from
I'm
the
gonna,
general
like-
hubbub.
Yeah, I'm gonna I guess go into the inn before we make our way all the way to the... No! I don't know. I guess I'll look to everyone else and be like, we should probably just go to the manor, huh?
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like the orc is there. So
I don't care about an orc. We got something bigger to deal with right now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not bigger than an orc, but you get the picture.
More deadly.
Okay, so
I will just glance up at that window as we make our way past and head up to the manor.
Okay, you glance up at the window.
Mm-hmm.
As you glance up, you see a something shatter against the window and fly out and bounce off the roof. And you hear voices up there for a moment, and then it quiets down.
Jesus, kids are nuts these days.
So you guys head up to the manor.
Yeah.
Let me take you to the Westbridge map. map at least. Where's the Restbridge map? What did I do with it?
Probably were like, we won't need this anymore.
it
They
is.
never go back.
I'll never go back. Okay. So you guys head from the inn and you head up the path, the switchback path, until you get up to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
And you come to the front door where you see a guard standing there. It's not so much a guard as it looks like more like a gentleman decked out in like full hunter's gear. And he's sitting on the stone stairwell. And as he sees you coming, one leg tucked under, he's got this rifle sitting on his cross leg. He kind of leans forward. Halt! There's no visitors being taken here tonight.
This is our
Funny.
house.
Yeah.
This is Gulliver's Manor. You're mistaken.
You're mistaken, buddy.
He lowers the
aside.
rifle and stands. Turn back now.
Move aside now.
Ethan just starts smiling, like, mm-hmm.
You're welcome to call Gulliver, but we did get this place in exchange for helping him recently. We've been out of town on an errand for him.
You see him step back, and his gun's like kind of the arms here, and he's just got it held down, and he reaches back and opens the door, his eyes never leaving the group of you. Gulliver, you have friends here. Long minute later, you see the small form of Gulliver stick his head out. He looks up at the hunter individual. Fucking let him in already, then. He turns and hobbles back inside. The hunter looks at him for a moment. Fuck me. He gestures for you to head inside.
Chara, as she walks by him, would like flip her hair in his face. Like, keep going.
Don't get killed by the orc. By all means.
Yeah, you should watch out for the ghosts.
A ghost? And he
Keep walking.
the door closes behind you guys. Gulliver is hobbling onwards, but he pauses and looks back at you. So, is it done?
Not quite. We got a little sidetracked. Something weirdly enough bigger came up. We need to store something in your basement, like your vault thing downstairs.
What is it?
You don't want to know.
Oh, well,
We
tell the
com-
man.
Completely know what it is, but it's like an orb of mass destruction.
You want to
Severe
store
death.
that in our home?
Like I said, you didn't want to know.
Well, it's safer there than anywhere else, right? It's sealed properly. In this, Liam, show him.
You know, this is really giving Jonathan gonna give him some lockjaw. All right, open your mouth. And he opens it, and the cask comes out.
See, it's all sealed. It's fine. We just kept it out of the hands of some evil cult members.
He hobbles up to it, smacks it with his cane.
Maybe we don't.
Thought it was sealed properly.
Yeah, but you don't want to test it, right?
I'd rather test it now than have it beneath with all the other things in the dungeon.
I'm not following your
And has
logic,
point.
but I feel like it's safer to flood a room than it is to flood the house, but, you know, it's okay.
It's gonna flood the place.
Only if you break it open. At least that experience from others, I guess. We don't actually know.
We've seen something similar to this in Red Larch, but we couldn't contain that one in time.
This is what destroyed Red Larch.
The same vein.
Very simply
think.
put, we took it away from people that were going to use it.
Yeah.
And now you've brought it to Westbridge.
In the safest place we know where to put it, yeah. Well, it's either downstairs or we get Eunice to bury it.
Yeah.
Like 30, 50, 500 feet deep. I don't care what.
All right. Come on. Hurry before the other eyes see it.
Yeah, what's with the new guy?
I had to borrow people from my inn. Had to pay the hunters there. We don't have sheriffs and stuff here. We've never had need of it.
Right.
Since today, I'm sure you heard of the orc.
There's an
Yeah.
orc?
Yes.
Maybe a little.
Came into town, kidnapped children, both of them started going crazy all of a sudden. Either way, we were able to detain him. He's now in the dungeon below.
Beautiful. We'll say hi on our way by.
Great. He would lead you downstairs, and you would see in the basement about 5 other hunters, so to speak. All of them from the Happy Halfling Inn, the lush inn that Gulliver owns. And you would see very decked out gentlemen standing around with their various weapons, standing guard around a door. And Gulliver would ignore them entirely as he would hobble towards the area where you know the fireplace to be beneath the dragons. He would look over finally towards the other guards and say, "About face." They would look at him strangely for a long moment, for he just sighs. 5 gold for you all to turn around and fuck off for a few minutes. They all stand up and they all go right around the corner. And he would activate the secret entrance and would lead you into the treasure vault, essentially.
We really need to work on getting you, like, proper security around here. That's not just us. Like, loyal people.
Never had need.
Well, it seems like you might.
It's probably a good idea.
And if you don't, I think that we surely do at this point.
We'll just keep our eyes out. We'll add it to our list of things to do.
Set it over there. He'd point his cane over towards a cabinet.
Okay. Yeah, I think we go and tuck it in and make sure it's nice and untouched by other things other than the cabinet. And I don't have like alarm or anything to put on this, like arcane lock or anything, but
I think I have something for this moment.
if out of character, if someone does, that would probably be a good idea.
Just put it in a pile of a bunch of other casks.
Yeah. Hidden in plain sight.
I cannot assist.
Okay, that's fine. We'll make do. The
All
manor,
right.
I think, is still the safest place for it. Like,
So you guys
Well.
set it in.
We can do something about it tomorrow.
ooh, okay.
As you come back around the corner, and he would lead you back out, activating the hidden area, re-putting all the security places back up. He would call out to the guards, "All right, you can come back out." And you would hear a loud thump on the door and a growl behind it.
So, what's your plan there, Gulliver?
With what?
New
He
York.
looks at the door, looks back at him.
I don't know. We don't have these type of issues here. But
Fair. Have you ever lived somewhere that has some kind of,
yes,
rules, regulations, law?
yes, we're going to put together some form of committee. Have some kind of hearing, I suppose. For now,
Has he said anything?
He keeps calling out for someone.
Anybody in
name?
particular?
We believe it to be the child's name.
Fair enough. Well,
If we
you think you got
listen,
it
can we
handled.
hear a name? Yeah. Do we hear a name being called out?
You heard some growling, and then nothing more.
I mean,
So-
if you think you've got this covered, we got things to do.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
Perfect. Just make sure you feed him once in a while.
Oh, of course. Not barbarians.
Unless you all had this, like, curiosity itch you needed to deal with.
No, I think we need to deal with the Zentarim and the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a priority over this.
Yeah, I would say unless someone stops us, like if Gulliver or Caravan were to catch us or something and like specifically ask, I think we're gonna keep moving.
I think we have to.
Just let your newfound guards know that we live here too.
Yeah.
Sorry, it was a last minute.
Nope. Nothing to apologize for.
Roll me. All of you roll a quick perception check just to see if. And I'll roll to see if they even.
Dirty 20.
5.
What'd you get, Nathan?
6.
Oh, okay. Chara, you're the only one. You
Of course.
do hear a long moaning as you guys start to head down the hall. You hear a long moan, and you do hear a name, which I will send to you privately.
Whispers.
Okay.
As you guys head upstairs and start to head out. All right. So it is about midnight now. You guys want to continue on to Rundreth?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Chara says no. Hold on.
Wait, time out. Hold on.
Okay.
Time out, team. So we're going to the dragon like right this very second at midnight.
Well, it's gonna take us a travel time to get there.
What is the travel time? Because Chara has not had a long rest, and I do want my spells to be replenished before we get to the dragon.
Okay.
Oh, we can sleep here until morning or whatever. That's fine too.
So from
And I was going to say, you probably would have gotten a long rest at some point in the travel between the last city and here.
Yeah, we did technically like take like 2 long rests, I think, traveling. So someone else would have played guard
Well, then
the
we can
second
leave
day.
right now. That's fine. If that's we can leave.
you, so to get to Rundreth Manor, you're going to head south along the long road. You're going to pass through Red Larch and further south. It's going to be an 80-mile trip.
Yeah, so several days.
We
Mm-hmm.
can do
Yeah,
that.
4 days. Give or take.
Okay. Listen, I'm for all 4 leaving at midnight. Try to get somewhere earlier.
Cool.
All right. So you guys go ahead and head out of town. Okay. Oh man. I feel like I need to keep the calendar up so I can keep moving it forward. So hold on, let me pull that up again.
Time tracking and over days is tough.
Yep. Okay, so you guys arrived at Westbridge on the 6th. The first leg of your day, so 30 miles, will be just shy of Red Larch. 1. 2. Did you guys want to stop at Red Larch or just head straight on through?
I don't think I have a reason to stop. And since Rowan and Liam aren't here, I guess we just keep going.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Oh. That's problem. There we go. Okay, so let's say 1, 2. So it will take you 3 days to get there. Let's go ahead and have you all roll group perception checks. So each one of you can roll 1. To start with, let's just go in a row. So Nathan, roll a d20.
Perception 14.
Okay. And then just a regular d20 as well.
16.
Okay. Chara, roll a regular d20 first.
Regular D20 was a 9.
Okay. And then roll a perception check.
Son of a bitch. I'm so sorry.
The puppy gremlins.
Yes.
My perception was a 20.
Okay. All right. And then Nina, roll a straight D20.
13,
Okay. And then perception.
30, 20.
Okay. Okay. You guys are able to make the trip. As you head down the long road, you do pass through Red Larch at one point. The first leg of the trip, pretty uneventful. As you make your way to Red Larch, Chara, you hear at one point passing through. First thing you guys notice quite a bit is being rebuilt already. This looks vastly different than the last time you had left. You do hear, Chara, some general, just kind of grumblings as you're passing through of missing persons and newly missing persons within the last few days, and hubbub of, is there a new cult in town? Is there possibly something new going on? But as you guys continue your way south, you get to the... Actually, that will be a good part to... Let's take a break so I can get this all set up. So yeah, let's take a good quick 10-minute break on the last leg of your trip here, and then we shall return.
Sounds
Be
good.
right back.
I don't know when 10 minutes is. So that's why I was like, am I late? Has it been 10 minutes?
Oh man. You always think
rolled
you're
it?
ready for these things.
Who rolled the encounter?
For which?
Oh no, what do you mean for which? What do you mean?
Okay, this background. Is that the puppy making that noise?
Yes, and it's because she's playing with the big dog,
Yeah.
and the big dog will stop
Mhm.
playing with her. And she's like, no, pay attention to me.
What kind of
And she gets jealous.
German Shepherd is she?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Can you be more specific?
Well, we had a
Like German or American? Because she's
yeah.
50-50.
There's like I know we had a German Shepherd growing up, and she was a normal but all black one. There was also one we had then next, which was it was weird. It wasn't like a Czech German, but it was a long haired. Like she had long hair, gorgeous. Like
So she's gonna have a double coat, and she's technically blue. So
really interesting.
Make sure you off. Nope. She's not gonna let me pick her up. No.
It sounded like she said hi.
Not your small one. Oh my gosh. She's like, no, I know you're gonna pick me up.
Oh.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I just about pulled a muscle in my leg doing that.
Hello, sweetie. Oh.
You can see. Well, her back legs, you see they're gray.
Yeah.
So she's blue is her thing. So like on her face, it's not actually tan here. She's got the gray.
I love.
She's got and like even on her paws, she's got gray streaks in her tan paws.
I love our cat, but sometimes I really miss having big old dogs.
Too sweet. She's so freaking cute.
Oh my
though.
gosh.
She was the cutest of them. The rest were all black. So this will just be the symphony coming from my side. Just puppy noise. For the foreseeable future. And then she'll probably start howling, which I don't know if that'll still be cute when she's 100 pounds, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's still cute.
Again, that wolf howl on point. Also, excuse me while I just scarf down dinner real quick.
Same.
Okay. So, I thought I had a different background, but I can't find it. So you're gonna have to deal with the random child laughter. All right. You guys head all the way down the long road. And nope, that's not the one I want to do. You Nope, that's not either. You come to an area as you come down the long road where you see a path break off. And based on directions you've received from people in Westbridge, you know this is the path to head down. Not only that, as you start to head down it, you start to notice the surrounding area has kind of gone a little gray. It's late in the day at this point either way, but as you start to go down this path, the overhead goes very overcast, and any foliage and such seems to start to shrivel and die. Nope, that's too creepy. Too creepy. Let's get rid of that one. Here we go. And you guys travel down this path for a couple miles. The further along you get, you see more things, the decay starting to increase. You start to smell something sulfury and old, moldy. And eventually you see an old manor, the ruins of it. And what's left of Roomdreth Manor stands on a small, steep-sided wood hill just east of the long road. There's a carriage drive opening up off the caravan road just south of the hill that approaches around the back of the manor from the east. But on the surface, where the manor once stood, are just heaps of fallen stone blocks and the tumbled lines of the walls, which form a T-shaped outline with two triangular wings thrusting north and south out of an enormous east-west rectangular room. This room has 3 floor-high remnants of walls in 2 places that are still clinging just barely to soaring stone chimneys. And it looks like it was once a truly, impressive manor. Do you guys wish to enter?
I don't know why, but I thought we were going to be doing some more dungeon delving. Don't know where I got that in my head with the name Roomdreth Manor, but here we go, runes. We can do that. Easy.
Wait, you thought we'd be going underground?
It would be like some sort of larger thing. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. Let's just forget it.
That's right. I thought we were going to a mountain, so.
Yeah. creepy house. It's fine.
I didn't have a vision in mind, so this is about right. It sounds about right across the board. Do we just go in the front door, or do we step in through the ruin?
Yeah, can we see anything in terms of like dragon feces or tracks or like places where it looks like the dragon burst through the side of the ruins wall or something like that? Or does it all just look like you described?
You don't see anything necessarily that screams dragon. This looks like a highly impressive old manor. The 3-floored manor that has since just somewhat crumbled. It looks fairly empty at this point. Anything that could have been of worth within this area looks long scavenged. As you come closer to it, the pervading darkness overhead, the overcast even causes a further darkness, and you could basically consider it night at this point and no moonlight to come through. So one of you is going to have a little difficulty moving forward.
Nina reaches out and just takes Nathan's hand, like, don't worry, I got you, buddy.
Oh, thanks.
I will cast.
Do you moisturize? Your hands are soft.
Only the best kind.
Chara's gonna like look between you two and then cast dancing lights. And I create, it's a cantrip, so I can just keep them going. But I create 4 torch-sized lights. And they'll appear as blue glowing orbs that just follow us around. Oh no,
Nina-
I lied. That's not what we're doing. I'm gonna combine all 4 of the lights. Into a vaguely humanoid form
Very cool.
that's gonna walk with us.
Make it looks like our party's a little bit more intimidating than it is.
Yeah.
Any particular humanoid form?
Medium.
I mean, any
We're
shape
looking
you're
more
going for?
information. Oh.
Humanoid does include a whole bunch, basically 2 arms, 2 legs, humanoid-ish.
I would say it looks like Chara's fox form.
Okay.
Medium. It's
Yeah.
medium, DM. What more do you need?
So, yes, Nathan, this medium-sized fox-like form kind of just saunters before you, walking. You see the spectral tail just kind of swishing slightly back and forth, and as it does, light kind of casts back and forth, allowing you to see as you go forward.
Nina will just say, thanks for noticing, and give you a smile, but let go of your hand.
You guys head
He's gonna walk
into...
over, trying to hold the light's hand.
Oh. It doesn't react.
It just walks with you.
Mhm.
It's like, but it can't hold your hand back because it's a light.
Yeah. As you guys step beyond the crumbling walls, you see the 2 wings of the manor that are mostly fallen stones and forest. Nature has very much taken in, but it's an odd nature. Chara, you especially get a sense this is wild nature and yet dead. Like everything that's taken over here has danger and written all over it. The bits of flagstone floor that you can see amid the bushes and trees and scraggle that are just growing in the general feast hall that you step into. And with very. Actually, all of you roll investigation checks.
As Nina's like doing this and looking around, she is going to be like, so I'm gonna come clean and let you guys know that I still have the little pouch thing that I found on the hags. There's like some creepy worms inside of them. I don't know what they do, but they're really pretty powerful. So if shit starts going south, I use one. Just
Do you eat
warning.
it or?
I don't know. We'll see. It's like a plan Z, but I'm letting you guys know ahead of time. No more lying.
All right.
Thank you for your honesty, Nina. It means a lot.
And you said investigation, that's a 17.
Okay,
I
I think.
also got a 17.
Okay. I think Liam would 100% step up at this point and be like, I'm sorry, the fuck what?
Yeah. Just these little like slug things. They're soul larvae.
Well, you probably shouldn't eat that.
Yeah. I mean, anything from the hag is bad, right?
But if we're all about to die from a dragon, anything that can keep us alive is not bad.
That's why we
That's why
bought
we're
the.
negotiating with the dragon.
Well,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
mean-
Plan Z. We try negotiating, we try the potions, but if literally nothing else works.
well, why don't we keep that as last? I mean, can only you use them? Maybe we spread them out.
We could spread them out if you guys want to hold on to a creepy worm.
I just, I don't trust her.
Okay. Like I said, plan Z, last plan. We got 25 other plans to go through before we get to that one.
All
You
right.
see Nathan just like start. I think we're a little short in 25, but yeah.
Well, I have at least 3 plans.
Care to share with the rest of the class? Because
Oh, you want me to tell you what they are? Well, see, when you put it that way, I have one plan. And it's the negotiate plan. See, I have two half
Super
developed,
secret Chara plan.
super secret, last resort Chara plans.
Yeah. See, everyone should have a last resort insert name plan. I have soul
I love
larvae.
that.
Chara
You
has
have
something
Soul
else.
Library. I
Yeah.
have sacrifice.
God
Okay.
damn, I feel like running would be a better option, like last resort, than soul larvae or sacrifice.
Is that Rowan?
Well-
That feels like a Rowan statement.
It was more of a Liam, but sure.
Oh, okay.
running is not a bad idea, except for the fact that it's a dragon, so it can fly faster than any of us could even think about running.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we should have talked about this before we entered essentially what I think boils down to its lair.
Little late. That could also be our group name if you guys don't like the Voluntolds.
Ooh, a little late. I actually love that.
Let's just
We
go
have a
talk to
theme
the
song.
dragon.
A little too late. Little too soon.
Yeah.
The one from the 2000s.
So yeah, we are clearly not sneaking through the first
Yeah,
part
we're
of
just
this.
like casually chatting about what to do about a dragon.
Honestly, in reality, there's no point in trying to sneak up on a dragon.
Yeah.
I honestly believe we should be going in there full open honesty. Because the last thing we need to do is try to deceive a dragon and piss it off.
Right.
Ooh,
Negotiation. first.
riddles. Oh, negotiation, not riddles.
I mean, it might like it. I don't know. Some dragons like brain teasers. Your dogs agree.
She does, yes.
Okay. So, with your perception checks, you all easily, with very little exploring or investigation, I'm sorry, you find a hole amidst these ruins that leads to a stairway down into the earth.
I think this is the place.
Yeah, so
Really?
this is what I had in mind.
What? Tunnel dragon. Why not? Let's do this.
All right, you guys.
Burrowing dragon? I don't know. Somebody help me out here. Nope. All right, moving on.
I missed what you said. Sorry, say that again.
Was it a joke? Because it went over my head.
Said a burrowing dragon.
No, I think it's a shadow dragon, Rowan says.
Oh God, I'm going first. Okay, just starts walking down the stairs.
Rowan's like, all right. She follows
Chara
behind.
would go third.
Okay.
Is Nathan leading with the dancing light fox lady?
Mhm.
Okay.
And she's dancing down the stairs.
All right. So, point of order: Nathan, Rowan, Chara.
I imagine Liam is taking up the rear.
Okay.
And Nina is
Nina
between
and
Chara and
Liam.
Liam. Yep.
Okay.
Puppy gremlins. I miss those
They
days.
They will fall
Right.
asleep soon. We're like 15 minutes away from 5th nap time of the day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear her losing steam.
Okay. Remind me what your intelligence checks were. Do you remember?
8.
What?
Our investigation?
Yes.
17. I think we both got
17.
17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. As you near the flagstones around this hole, both of you notice some of these stones look loose. And you stop Nathan and successfully manage to make your way around some of the loose stones and are able to head down the
Watch your
stairs.
footing, everybody.
You guys descend about 40 feet down some stairs. And as you come down it, you see gloom pervades a chamber that is about 70 feet wide and 100 foot long. This room is littered with the rotting remnants of long trestle tables fitted with sinks and littered with rutted out metal platters, carry bowls, tureens. Its ceiling is a magnificent series of these vaulted arches that crisscross to hold up a stone block ceiling that is actually pierced in many places by these hanging roots of these dead, twisted trees growing from above. And I will drop you onto the map.
Ooh. That's a cool scene.
It's a creepy.
You all okay. As you step into this large room beneath, the air shimmers, and you see a female form appear far in the distance. And as it comes forward, all of you but Nathan, with your sights, see what looks to be a female drow walk forward to the center of the chamber. And I will post her picture.
Ooh, she pretty.
She strides, almost floating across the floor, and stands. And her gown, this leather decorated armor up top, ends right at the breast, where it shows a ample amount of cleavage before this silky black chiffon dress that just falls down her form. She stops and looks at all of you. Who calls upon the Dark Lady?
It's right when she speaks, Nathan would stop walking forward. Which I would imagine would be about 10, 15 feet ahead of everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unless anybody stopped him.
Probably not. Nina's
Yep.
too far at the back to call out. We are the Voluntolds. We're a little late, playing around with names. We have been sent here to negotiate with you. If you are, oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher this. Nervarine? That was the name of the dragon we learned, right?
Nervarim.
Nervarine.
What negotiations?
Oh, hold on. I just had to go back in my notes.
We need a one of those heist movie cutscenes.
Yeah.
Can we have a heist movie cutscene to where we definitely discuss this? I'm now nervous.
You guys discuss this so much.
We're gonna negotiate.
We've been leading up to this. It's just like so much has happened.
Mhm.
So the Zentarum sent us here to basically get rid of her, right? Like,
Yes, and it was
Essentially.
like it doesn't matter how we get rid of her. It just matters that she goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a matter of going somewhere. I think it was a matter of stopping her from working with the cult.
Yes.
got it. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
okay.
all we're essentially doing is making sure that she's not helping them
Okay.
or trying to work through them.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Um,
should get her on our side. Cutscene ends. That's how Chara would end.
That's Chara's last statement. That's her other half-baked idea. That,
That's right. That's what it was. That's what she couldn't remember. She just remembered it.
So I think Nathan encouraged us to like lead with honesty moving forward, and so Nina just continues with that. And also just her, gold dragon instincts are to kind of do the same. Like gold dragons are more lawful good in that way. And she's just like, well, to be honest, we've been working on clearing out a lot of the cultists that seek the end of the world. And we've been informed that the shadow dragon potentially has been aiding them, so we would like to offer up something to see if we can tip her away from doing that.
What do you offer?
What is she like again? It's like
Suffering and
misery.
patience.
She likes misery. Um,
What would you ask? We can't even set a standard for bargaining if we don't know what it is that you would consider.
She walks several steps forward, not looking at either of you. And she's on kind of like this platform, hands behind her, clasped, as she walks forward.
Can I also, really quick, get an insight check on her reaction to being called the dragon? Like, I want to make sure we're actually talking to the dragon in a glamored form and not a cultist or something.
Go for it.
I didn't
Okay.
even think about that.
That's a dirty 19. Knowing what I know about dragons and mannerisms and everything that I do, does
Or
this
acting like a
woman,
dragon.
yeah, are
As
they acting
you-
like a glamour dragon?
Watch her. You're struggling to sense
Okay.
anything.
Okay, so I don't get it in either direction. I don't get that she is for sure the dragon. I don't get that she is for sure not the dragon. Okay. I'm gonna keep
And
going
during
as if
this-
assuming she is. Go ahead.
During the whole conversation, too, Nathan is standing straight up and proper for the entirety of it, and kind of wondering where the voices come from.
And she pauses as she steps towards one end, her head tilting a bit. Fought the cultist, you say? How did you fight them?
A little bit on accident, and then a little bit on purpose, and then again on accident, and then a little more on purpose.
Which ones?
First it was water, I think. That's where I got involved. And then it was air. And then it was earth. The crushing
Why
wave,
do you
the
fight
howling
them?
hatred.
We all have different motives.
Motives. Yes. Motives drive all beings. The cults came to the Dark Lady's lair. They offered much. You have offered little. Their bones surround your feet. Would you like to try again? She starts to slowly pace back the other way.
Nina steps up next to Nathan and like takes her hand in a way that she can like point against his palm and like moves it slightly so that he has a better understanding of like where she's at, trying to be subtle about it. She's not necessarily trying to hide it from the woman, but just not trying to like interrupt either.
Mhm.
That's a you're nuts.
Tell me, Dark Lady, you seek misery and destruction. The events of Red Larch had to have been quite delicious for somebody with those tastes.
Her eyes latch onto you. Tell me of Red Lodge. What has come of it?
Well, they rebuilt. There's hope in the air, even with some minor disappearances. But there was a catastrophe not too long ago where many thousands perished and buildings collapsed and families and lineages lost to time.
How? What caused it?
Something quite powerful.
Your vague answers bore me.
I can't tell you exactly what it was, because I don't know exactly what it was. But an orb of much power. What if we could guarantee you a similar event? Time and place of our choosing. But misery, destruction, devastation. Raining down.
She turns towards you, Chara. You possess one of these orbs. What do you plan to do with it? Where do you plan to use it?
I think that depends on how this conversation goes.
Conversation.
Offer.
Nathan kind of leans over to you, Nina. Really?
Anything else to say, big boy?
It's a
He
negotiation.
turns and looks at Chara. Really?
Chara's gonna... If you have a better offer, Nathan...
Are you telling the truth? That's the important thing.
I am telling the truth.
He'll
Am I
turn
not?
around and kind of wherever Nina was kind of pointing and just start walking forward until he can see her.
You walk up to the edge of the platform and you see this tall drow look down at you.
He just bows. Ma'am.
Speak. What
He'll
do
speak
you...
quiet enough that everybody else can't hear him.
Mhm.
I'm
I
gonna
have
try
an
to
offer
hear.
for you. Wanton destruction is instantaneous. It only lasts a short period of time. Then you'll be wanting more. What if I give you memories? that you can hang on to for as long as you like.
Roll me a stealth check, and Chara, roll me a perception.
That is a wholehearted 10.
18.
Okay, Chara, you can pick up as you're. Are you in fox form or elf form?
I would be in fox form. I would not have come down in a glamour.
Okay, you your ears kind of twitch, and you do hear the whispers from Nathan to the Drow woman. Nathan, you see her lower, crouch down.
And all I'm asking is that you just keep to yourself and not help the cult in any way. You allow the world to continue to revolve, creating chaos and suffering on its own.
And she
That is my offer.
reaches
promise.
forward with two fingers and just taps them against your forehead. Memories. Your memories.
Mine.
Intriguing. Roll a persuasion check.
$21.
Her hand
Nice.
kind of passes from your forehead down and around your cheek to your chin, and she lifts your chin up a bit. I could take the memories myself.
As you could.
Good. I'm glad we understand one another. I accept.
He'll bow his head.
She stands. What do you wish to know? Trade. Memories. For memories.
And he'll turn around. Ask your questions.
What is it the cults have had you do so far?
They came begging, dealing like all do. But the Dark Lady is decisive and careful. Their offering was wanting. And so I left one to leave. They wanted my alliance. My answer is among your feet.
So you've not allied with them at all?
I have no need to ally.
With anyone.
With any. But I do enjoy watching.
You must know of the Zentering then.
I know of them.
Have you any conflict with them?
They are beneath thought.
But you must have interacted with them at some point.
They have never graced my doorstep. They respect power. Why do you fight these cultists?
Is she
Because
looking at anyone in particular?
Her eyes just kind of glance across all of you.
Because it seems like the right thing to do.
Why? Right and wrong. You kill for the right reason? Or...
Correct.
So you are judge and jury.
Survivalist mostly. But proactive survivalists on occasion.
Your motivation is underwhelming.
Nina
Most
gets a
living
little
races-
testy.
Most living races kill, protect, destroy, recreate for their own purposes and reasons. Their own beliefs, if you may.
I want to know your beliefs.
It's simple. I protect and I kill for the people I care about. That's it.
Yes.
This world can burn if it keeps the people I love alive.
A laughing kid in the background.
She smiles at you, Nathan. No truer words from one of your kind. I am not surprised. The rest of
Meaning?
you, your motivation
Chaos and destiny should be free flowing. The cults seek to wield power for their own benefit. I think it's only fair we tip the scales in a different direction. Balance. If you
walks forward again, her hands clasped behind her. You wish for balance.
Balance and freedom are close to the same thing.
You from The Feywild seeks balance. Interesting. The Primordials do not seek chaos. They believe what they shall set free will restore all balance. And you? She looks to you, Nina.
Nina pulls out the mirror in her pocket and kind of looks at it. I started out because I wanted to get rid of whatever was in here. Been haunting me for 80 years, or so I thought. Now I know it's attached to something bigger. And I just want to make sure it doesn't get anyone else. Whatever's in here, and whatever it's attached to. That's all I give a shit about. That and the people in this room.
Then sit back and watch the destruction. Care only for yourselves, while the world burns around you, and it will. Anything else?
Just an understanding that you'll do the same. Where the cults are involved.
No intervention.
The Dark Lady will do as she pleases. As you all have clearly stated you shall do as well.
I have one curiosity question, if I may.
Speak.
You know how many orbs there are in total?
She kneels down next to you once more, from above. The orbs of power. The number grows day by day. Though, and her eyes flicker towards you, Chara. I think perhaps that number has decreased some.
Thank you.
She stands again.
Nina doesn't feel completely sure that she's gonna stay out of it, but from what she's understood, she hasn't really been in it to begin with. So I don't think Nina's trying to like upset her in any way. Like she's a little annoyed, but she's like keeping it her cool as much as she can and just like, okay, is this it? Are we good? Are we gonna back out slowly?
Nathan will turn to all of you and be like, all right, I'll go now.
Did you just like dismiss us like we couldn't?
Kind of.
All right. Well, you come over here first, then we'll watch your back.
I'll come out after.
Don't like that.
You guys are leaving?
No, I don't think Nina, like, Nathan has told us we can, but Nina's like,
I don't think it's Nathan's call to make. Sure, I would say that out loud.
He'll turn around and look at her. The deal was from my memories. They can go. I'll stay. When you're done, it'd be appreciated if I could go as well.
I was gonna cast message to Nina and just be like hell are we leaving, right?
right. No, for sure.
Okay. Just
He can dismiss us all he wants, but my ass is not going up those stairs. He can't see us anyway.
And not at all.
yeah, how the fuck is he gonna get out?
She stands to her full height again and looks out. If you've no more to offer, then depart and never return. You are no longer useful to me. No longer useful alive, at any rate.
Well, what did he offer you? Maybe we have something to contribute to that.
She looks you over for a long moment, Nina, her eyes narrowing. And then her eyes pass over the rest of you. Before returning to you. Your time is too short to contribute. I see your past written across your face. Your patron means very little here.
Just to make sure. What of someone's future? Lots of things yet to come.
Nathan will turn around and look and kind of the direction the voice is coming from. Remember what happened last time you guys started asking too many questions?
Remember the last time somebody tried to play hero?
No.
Yeah, that's right, you weren't there.
How did you deal with Erisi?
Skin of
We
our teeth.
killed her, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely killed her.
Clearly, you carry her weapon.
Means nothing to me.
It should. Carries great power. These weapons of destruction that you are seeking. The weapon that destroyed Red Lodge was made by the weapon upon your back. Little fox.
Thank you.
Nathan, you really don't want us to be here for whatever it is you're about to do.
No, I really don't.
How do we know you're going to make it out of here alive? Someone's got to keep Rowan alive, remember?
Just trust me. For the first time ever.
Fine. Hold on, I gotta see. Yeah, I think Nina just puts her hand on Chara's and is just like, come on, we'll go back up the stairs. Keep an ear out for him. If she does anything, we'll turn around and come back in here. I mean, like, if he doesn't come back up. And I'm gonna roll an evens or odds to see if she does something dumb. She doesn't do the dumb thing. She was gonna cast invisibility and stay, but she does not.
Stop. I was gonna class clairvoyance. We both are gonna do something ridiculous. I love it. Here's my thing. Out of character for just a second.
You guys
Right?
are gonna get me killed, aren't you?
Hold on. Hold on. I just want to make sure that I'm understanding. Because, like, I want to talk through it before we do it. Because Chara is so curious about what's going to happen. Like, the chaos in her, just like, I want to consume this part. Like, I want to see this. I want to know what happens. The other part is like, all right, I don't give a shit. I don't really want to die right now. And I
Right.
just got valuable information about power, right? And so Chara could leave. But it would be a real hard sell to Rowan. Here's my only thing. It would be a really hard sell to Rowan to get Rowan to leave. That is the only reason why I, as Chara, am even hesitating, is because Rowan's not here to be like, yo, no, what the fuck? Because we all know that Rowan would. So, like, I just want to put that out there. That, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
No,
the
Rowan
only situation-
would 100% step up at this point. And I did roll it, but she 100% steps up and she's like, no. Fuck, we're not leaving.
Okay.
I'm done
And Nathan will
leaving
turn around
people
and-
behind.
Nathan will turn around and look at the Dark Lady and I apologize, but this is not for you. And he'll turn around, take one step towards all of you, pull death, and cock the hammer. Said leave. I'm no longer asking. If I need to hurt you to save your lives, I will.
The drow smiles.
Wait, don't make me.
Rowan would give you a long look and step up to you.
if she's that close and I can see her at this point, if she looks up, he literally just looks at her and there's a tear rolling down his cheek and just leave.
Make a persuasion check.
Well, that sucks. An 8.
Shit, I closed her. Hold on. Let me pull up our sheet.
I have not once done anything but what I said I would do.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, no, she looks at you. Fuck off, Nathan. You're not doing this alone. We came in here together.
Mm-hmm.
You want to shoot me? To make me
A little
leave?
bit.
Fine.
Especially right now, a little bit. Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Nina
You wouldn't leave me
will-
behind.
Will walk up to Rowan, putting her closer to Nathan as well, and just being like, some things, Rowan, have to be handled alone before they can be handled with everyone else.
I tell you what, Rowan. Safety's the hammer for death, spins it around and hands it to her. This is the only thing that'll ever kill me. I'll come back for it. Trust me, prettier ladies will try to kill me.
She snatched it out of your hand.
Trust me, if I don't do this alone, we all die down here.
If you make it out of here, we're gonna have
I
a
will.
really long fucking talk.
I look forward to it.
She turns and will walk away.
Nina just gives Nathan a glance that is either disappointed or completely understanding. It's very hard to tell, and then follows Rowan.
Chara would call back the dancing lights, and Nathan would see them like go across the dark cavern and illuminate her face before they zipped out, and she would like not disdain but just suspicion is covering her face, like, and it will be gout, and he'll be left in darkness, and she'll follow out.
Well, shit, there goes my light.
It couldn't have gone that far anyway, man. Good luck getting up the fucking stairs.
Okay, real quick, just to retroactive this just a little, before Rowan walks away from you and she snatches the gun, she first grabs your wrists. Do not fucking die. And then grabs the gun and she walks out as she casts Death Ward on you. Because she did tell me that was something she would possibly do?
If somebody tries to sacrifice themselves, Death Lord, I can see it. I get
Yo.
it.
Okay.
Well, the unfortunate reality, if I wanted to defend myself, she just left with it.
Well, so she leaves. The rest of you?
What are the... Char's gonna like whisper under her breath. What are the chances that we can...
Okay, yeah, Nina goes upstairs.
How did you do? Did you evens or odds?
Evens was my like she is good and leaves. So I rolled a 6 and a 10.
I leave too.
Liam would follow Nina. Chara, how far can you be away from your dancing light?
I called it back and
Okay.
turned it off.
As you hear the footsteps of your party start to descend the stairwell. The light leaves the area you are in,
Mm-hmm.
and all you have is a very dim moonlight from a crack in the ceiling from where roots are breaking through, going across, and you can barely see it reflecting off the white hair of this individual.
Well, I'm going to assume they're gone, and he turns around and walks towards her.
She raises a hand, and a blue flame erupts in her hand, and it casts light around the two of you.
All right, how do you want to do this dance? I would like to still have my memories at the end of this, by the way, but we didn't really solidify that.
She kneels down once more, looking down at you. What memories do you have? Forgotten one.
I do have forgotten ones. I also have ones I remember.
I am not interested in the memories from this world.
No, not a fan of that suffering.
She would hold a hand out.
He would put his hand in hers.
The long fingers wrap around yours tightly. The nails digging in. And the eyes, these kind of pale grayish eyes, go darker. And Nathan, you feel yourself, your sight suddenly go dim and dark, and you feel this vertigo take you from behind and then press back against you, and you wrap your fingers around her hand to try and stabilize as the world just tilts around you. You get brief flashes of things, but they are confusing and hard to decipher You hear noises, cries, an explosion, the lapping of water, and a voice at one point. It's familiar. And it just says, run. Before the vertigo takes you back. And you find yourself on the ground, gasping for air, your arm still held up within the grasp of the drow elf. You did not disappoint, old one. And she...
Well, it's not the first time I've heard that, I gotta say.
She would help pull you to a standing and then release your hand.
Did not know all the steps to that dance. Okay.
What would you ask of me, traveler from afar?
Continue to be you. Rule over your own life. Don't interfere with everybody else's. Allow us to create the chaos and suffering for you. That is all. Don't align yourself with some lower being. Always continue to rule from above. That is it. Continue to be you.
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a nat 20. So 23 total.
I accept your deal.
Not a deal, ma'am. Just a request. And he bows his head.
Have you nothing more to ask?
I
As
do not.
you head into the den of darkness.
I asked you not to interfere, so I'm not going to ask you to interfere. It's only respectful.
Then be gone.
He'll bow his head once more and turn and leave, and you can see him rubbing his palm. Just, it heals over.
You head up the stairs and would find the rest of your party.
Nina's just like pacing at the top of the stairs, just like veins glowing a little bit, but just
He'll walk out and kind of see you pacing. Her hands weren't quite as soft as yours. What kind of moisturizer do you use?
she's gonna turn around, look thrilled, and then she's gonna hit you.
Fair.
Dara has like resting bitch face. She's like,
Well, you're all in one piece, I think.
And you just see him kind of like, yep, from what I can tell.
Do you look visibly shaken? Like, did you manage to, like, shake some of that off after?
You can roll a vibe check.
Vibe check! 17.
I am thoroughly shaken, but I am faking it really well.
Okay. She'll reach out and then just give your hand a reassuring squeeze. Like, this place kind of sucks. Can we get out of here?
I mean, it looks like it used to be pretty.
Yeah, but the whole gloom and doom.
It's got nothing
Oh,
on
speaking of
Gallivers.
doom and gloom, Rowan, can I have my gun back?
No.
I mean, no.
What did you accomplish down there?
Dragon is no longer gonna be helping in. Well, I guess never was in the first place, but Dragon is no longer a thing.
Which begs the question,
Yeah.
Rowan, before you lose it, begs the question why the Zenturine thought that the dragon was working with them, or if it was just a trap the whole time to try to get us out of the way.
Yeah. Guess we'll find out.
I was gonna say, shouldn't we be asking somebody else that question? Because I don't have an answer.
I think she was
Clearly.
just trying to save you from Rowan about to explode.
Huh. Rowan, gun. Or are you gonna sick the hernia on me?
What kind of role do I want to do for her?
A wisdom saving throw.
Pure. She is staring hard at you.
I told you I'd be back.
I don't like the way you do things. She shoves the
Fair.
gun into your chest.
That is totally fair, but we're all alive.
We shouldn't be sacrificing one of ourselves.
I didn't sacrifice shit. I am right here.
You gave up your strongest weapon to face a
took it.
big creature.
You could have left it in my hands.
God, Nathan.
So now who's the... And P.S., he leans down and looks her right in the face. I would rather have you hate me than dead. Because then you can be alive to hate me. And I accomplished that.
Man, we're all so fucked up.
I don't know, I feel pretty good.
She's going to punch you.
Okay. How much more damage do I take?
And yeah, no, that fucking misses.
I let her hit me. Just roll damage.
Okay. It's 8 damage. You feel the armored hand just catch you right across the cheek.
Oh, that knocked something loose. Okay.
Hopefully it was the stubbornness.
Probably not. I think it was a molar, actually. And then I'll use second wind to heal it. Anybody else want to take a shot? No, I feel like that's where we're at. 2 for 4 so far. Liam, your turn.
Ah, sure. I think Liam's always up for that. Hold on.
It's also his turn to not be on the receiving end of it. So.
Yeah. Are you just taking it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is 4 damage.
The funny thing is that 4 damage is from his genie's
Thunder
rat
damage.
thunder because he doesn't have the strength actually.
Yeah. He is, yeah, you see after he does it, like Chara and you kind of see him being like, fuck, oh, kind of.
What in the hell? Did you rub your feet on a carpet for like 20 minutes? What the hell was that?
Yeah, and there's more where that came from, bud.
Ow. Add some snap to it.
All right, now.
All right, Death Glare, are you done yet?
Chara.
Or are you just gonna
Chara?
silently brood over there?
Chara doesn't respond.
Oh, okay, silently brood. Got it.
Y'all, let's go.
He just does
Chara
a quick
would
like couple of
simply-
twirls with this gun and holsters it. Yep, let's get out of here.
Chara would link arms with Rowan and just walk off.
You
So,
guys
what's our
walk out.
plan now?
Well, you're really sure
As
that
we're
this
walking.
dragon isn't gonna.
Oh, this dragon has no interest.
All right. Well, I think we need to figure out. I don't know. More orbs of power. The Zentarim gives a shit. Should we just go back to Westbridge? Or were they just trying to get us out of Westbridge? I don't know what our priorities are anymore.
Well, let me put something forward. Maybe we head back to Westbridge and find out exactly how these orbs are being created and maybe stop that.
Okay.
Because she did mention that they were being made.
By the weapon on Chara's back, no less. At least one
Fair.
of them.
So maybe we figure that out. Stop the inevitability of anybody even getting them ever. I don't know. I got nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. The only other thing I have to offer is I could try and track down the flaming whatever it is that tried to recruit me way back when. That's the 4th cult, right? So,
Oh, I have no idea.
we'll figure it out. We got time. Let's just start heading back. Like I said, gloom and doom do not suit me. Besides, I gotta get you some of that moisturizer now.
I need a bath.
Yeah, you do. You smell.
Probably. Got a little sweaty down there.
Yeah.
Okay. The group of you start to make your way back. Let's do this. Let's have all of you make charisma saving throws.
Oh man.
28.
7.
Sorry, 27.
13, 23. 23?
Okay.
22.
I thought you and I both looked up our math and it was like one line.
22. That's like not 10, but 9.
Nathan, Liam, and Rowan, the three of you, as you bed down for the first night in camp, the memories of this entity that you came across and just barely skimmed the surface of has pretty much pervaded your thoughts for the evening, your dreams, and it is troubling. I would say you don't get the benefit of a long rest. Chara and Nina, you are able to convince yourselves this is simply one more step towards, you're actually not quite sure, but it's one more step in the direction that you're just simply fucking heading, and this is just determination at its core. You're just moving forward. And as the rest of your party sleeps, so you get a sense that they possibly are, their souls are not as settled as the rest of you.
Who would have thought Nina and Chara being the most
Right?
sound of mind ones in this moment, which just cracks me up so much.
You, the group of you, spend the next 2 days heading back north. And then another day to make your way back to Westbridge. And I should probably stop this and this, because that is entirely too creepy for Westbridge. Alrighty. We'll say by the time you guys get to Westbridge, it has just now gotten into the evening. You come up the long road to the familiar area, and what do you guys wish to do?
A good question. I think food and baths and rest is what is pretty much on everyone's mind. So our first stop would probably be in town to get food. Oh no, the dining room at the manor does all the things we want, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, why pay for it? Let's go to the manor, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to the manor.
Okay.
I think dinner's a great thing that all of us should do together. I think it's really good to have a family dinner when everybody's arguing.
I think that's exactly what happened the last time we were eating dinner at the manor too.
You guys head to the manor. As you get to the manor, you notice a bit of a crowd has gathered outside the front. And there seems to be a little bit of calling out and yelling from the crowd, calling for the mayor to come out and basically, face us, we deserve answers, and things of such. And as you squeeze through the crowd, you make your way up to the door where you see a different guard, but similar dress. Vaguely recognize him as one from maybe downstairs prior. He takes one long look at both of you. He looks slightly more haggard. About fucking time you got here. He pushes the door open.
What's going on? What are they demanding?
They're demanding we deal with the orc downstairs.
Okay. That doesn't seem like that big of an ask. They kidnapped a child.
Yeah,
Weird obsession.
the Gulliver keeps insisting we have some kind of tribune.
I mean, that is the fair thing to do.
Whatever.
Sounds like this creature
It's an
wasn't
orc.
in his right mind.
Just let it run free, we'll hunt it.
That's kind of rude.
Racist, but okay.
We'll handle it. Big guy, gotcha. And Nina just gives him a pat on the shoulder before heading all the way inside
Mm-hmm.
to go find Gulliver and see what his mental state is.
You head inside, and you would eventually find him upstairs in one of the offices. And you push open the door, and you would see him look up suddenly. I'm very happy to see you've returned alive. Things have not gone as well as I thought. My apologies. How was your trip?
A lot better, it would seem, than your past few days have been.
Good. Good.
A
So,
little travel, talk to a dragon, we think.
okay.
Oh.
So the Zentarium problem.
Uh-huh.
Done.
Hmm.
Thank gods. You see him take his quill over to a paper. He pushes some stuff over and makes a big check mark on a paper. All right.
A man of to-do lists. I love it.
Gotta make a list.
Always.
So, Westbridge is angry for good reason.
So what you do
Is
about
it
it,
a
Mr.
good
Mayor?
reason? Really?
This is not really something we've ever had an issue with before. Yes, we've had runaways and such, but we've never had... I mean, do I just throw the orc to them, give them what they want? I've
No.
tried to call for a vote on judges, jury, but everyone seems to just want justice to be done, but I don't necessarily know what justice is, and I don't feel like I'm really the one to determine it.
Fair enough.
You
Well,
feel
let's
like you have
start-
all the facts?
At the beginning.
I
And he
mean,
points to Nina.
from all the reports I've gathered, and he reaches over to the other side of his desk and drops them, and they thump. This would be the reports from all of those witnesses that were there. And they
Okay.
all claim they saw this caravan roll into Westbridge. Normal caravan from Red Lodge. And all of a sudden an orc appeared. And he picked up this child and they started walking through town. All of a sudden people were like, why is this child with this orc? And They tried to take the child, and all of a sudden, chaos and a huge fight erupted.
Okay, those were witness accounts.
Yes, all
And
of
you mentioned
these.
before, and she'll kind of take them and start like leafing through them. And you mentioned whenever you've tried to talk to the orc, he doesn't say much, just the child's name.
The child's
And-
name and a whole bunch of shit about pickles and stuff. I don't know.
Pickles and stuff. Okay. And what about the child? We heard they're staying at the inn.
Yes,
Slightly feral?
her current guardian's made claims, and he picks up papers, looks through them, and then finally pulls one out and puts it down. He claims that they are friends.
The child claims that they're friends.
Yes.
Well, that seems to be the reason why both of them may be distraught then, at being separated.
And the child's from town?
No one's ever seen this child before. She claims she's from Red Lodge.
And what in the hell is everybody in town complaining about?
Nina's gonna look to Liam to see his reaction. To see if like this rings a bell for either of Liam's.
Yeah, Liam would probably lean forward at this point and be like, I'm sorry. What, kid's name? Is what again? He would pull one of the papers up. Palandra.
Oh, shit.
Mondiver. Maybe. Mondiver. I'm not
Does
sure.
that name ring a bell to you?
Pell, right?
No, it certainly says Palandra. Liam at that point walks
Yeah.
straight out.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got this. Thank you, Gulliver. We will go collect a little bit more information and get back to you. But we know both of these people, and I'm pretty sure we can solve this without giving into the chaos outside.
You're solving the problem?
Yes.
Excellent. You see him
Okay.
sigh and sit back in the chair.
Out of character, those are like Liam's NPC
Yes.
friends. So
that's funny. I definitely knew the name, and I was like, that name doesn't ring a bell.
yeah, I forget what the
So,
orc's
cool.
name is, but I know Pell at least. So
So, Nina,
here.
you guys got this?
yeah, you go take that bath.
Sounds like a plan. And Nathan will actually head up to the bath.
Nina's gonna chase after Liam though to go figure out where he's going, whether it's downstairs first or to the inn to see Pell.
I think Rowan would pause for a moment as you split off, Nathan.
What's up?
Nothing. And she would
That's funny.
go and follow after Nina and Liam.
Char would do the same. Char would like look between where Nathan goes and looks between where everybody else goes.
I?
I'm trying to decide if this is the time or the place.
Do it.
Who? Char is gonna look you like dead in the eye. Who are you?
You hit your head recently?
Who are you?
Oh, okay. This is spiritual thing. Maybe. Anyways, Nathan, pleasure to meet you. And he holds his hand out.
Char would cross her arms in front of her, just like, somebody hired you to follow
Yeah.
Rowan.
Yeah, huh?
You conveniently know Rowan's family. You have enough despair in your head to satisfy a shadow dragon.
That was news.
And you didn't hesitate to turn on Rowan when she dared repay the favor that you have been paid to do for her.
Hey, wait.
Pointed a gun.
You think standing there and trying to convince everybody to stay, which would have angered the Shadow Dragon and killed everyone, was repaying the favor to protect me?
You think that us staying would have angered the Shadow Dragon? The Shadow Dragon didn't have a chance to respond because you turned on us with a gun.
Right.
The last time that
Yeah,
somebody
she
in this
wasn't
group,
dangling the thought of killing all of us the entire conversation or anything.
sure, but from the time we walked in the door, she was. It wasn't like your act was it doesn't matter. We have no reason to trust you, and at this point, you need to decide if you're going to actually figure out who you are and how it's going to impact Rowan.
I know who I am from what I remember.
If you
I
ever
am very
threaten-
aware of my thoughts and what I'm doing, and what I was doing was keeping all of you alive. Period.
if you ever threaten them like that again.
He actually steps forward, and this is the first time you'll ever see it, and he'll lean down. If I ever threaten anybody again, what?
You're done. And
Try
Char
me.
would smile and walk out to the crowd like she's fuming, but she's gonna attempt to calm the emotions of the crowd outside.
He will literally be in front of you before you can go anywhere. Try it.
Oh, are you gonna go ahead and show those true colors right here and right now?
You want to make a threat? Go ahead and do it.
I think I already made it. Are you really gonna kill me right here?
I'm
Right
waiting
now?
for you to kill me like you just said you would.
I gave you my terms.
And you think I wouldn't make the same decision again, given keeping all of you alive?
Again, I don't think that it was a matter of life or death in that moment. I don't think
You
that
don't,
the
I
odds,
do.
I don't think the odds were any more increased in that moment.
If you can't come up for a reason as to how you think you were safe there based on what I was doing, then how can you come up with one
Nathan,
that you
we
weren't?
weren't safe.
Exactly.
The whole situation.
I was getting all of you out of the room. You were
Out
the
of
ones
the room.
refusing to leave.
Again, you turned around and threatened based on the repayment of the favor, based on Rowan not wanting to leave. You
What
started
favor?
some shit. Your whole purpose.
I
of
was
being
okay.
here.
Let me go by your definition of favor. I'm being paid to do a job. How is that a favor?
Because Rowan is not going to see it as a job.
She has pointed it out more than once that it was. She has literally to my face told me that I'm just here because of a job.
I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Rowan doesn't fuck around with feelings and doesn't just sit there and take it. She does for those what they do for her, but it doesn't matter how they came to be doing it. Period. Yeah, she may fuck around and call what you're doing a job, but she watches
Mhm.
everything that you do. And she would have happily died tonight if it meant that you were safe. If it meant that any number of us were safe. So don't you dare turn around.
And you think I wouldn't do the
threaten
same?
her.
You think I wouldn't do the same?
You straight up were gonna shoot us if we didn't move.
I was. Do you think I was going to kill you, though? Did I say kill?
How could we have known the difference?
Easily. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. You straight up said you were about to kill me.
When did I say
Specifically, end me.
that? Oh, I guess I did say that.
You did. You want to threaten my life? Do something about it. Because I didn't threaten to kill any of you.
Didn't look that way to me.
It did. I said if I have to hurt you to get any of you out of here, in that moment, I said I would. I did not say kill. You need to pay better attention.
Okay. Deal.
Roll me a perception check, Chara and Nathan.
Oh, hey, 18. So 19.
16, but my passive is 20. Damn it.
Okay, that's
my
all right.
passive perception is 20.
Both of you so close together, spatting back and forth. You sense the presence, and your eyes catch on Rowan, who is in the doorway, watching all of this.
Oh, is she within 10 feet? Give or take?
Probably. I just rolled her a perception check.
Oh, that's fine. If she was, I would have known she was there the whole time.
I mean, would that change your conversation?
No, not even a little.
Okay. Yeah, you notice her standing there watching both of you.
Like I said, and I turn to look right at Rowan, I'd rather keep you alive to hate me than anything else. And that includes hurting you, I will do it. And honestly, I'd expect nothing less out of you. If you have to hurt me to keep everybody else alive, do it without hesitation.
Well, like you said, emotional hurt is still hurting me.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. She turns and walks out.
Then I just turn around. I'm going to have my bath and walk upstairs to my bath.
Fine. Then Char's gonna go outside and calm the crowd.
He also just kind of gave you permission. If hurting me to keep everyone else safe, you kind of just came to an agreement.
Oh shit, guys. I'm so non-confrontational.
I had to mute myself.
I was like,
oh,
I know. Oh my god.
No, I'm literally sweating. I do not like that. I do not like that one bit. I just want to be clear. Allie as a person hated that.
Well
I
done.
do love those tense moments between characters,
Mhm.
but yeah, like we all need that minute to like shake it off. Yeah, like shake it off.
Char just doesn't trust Nathan. Period.
Fun fact
Yeah.
to finish the scene, Nathan would go into the bath and that's when he'd finally break.
Yeah, I would say both of you can have inspiration points because congratulations for taking it that far.
Rowan just brings it out of us.
Yeah. He would literally get into the bathroom, like run the bath, get it, like stripped down, and his hands would be shaking and he would be crying uncontrollably. Because as Drowan pointed out, being hurt emotionally sucks, and having to have the intent to hurt people you care about is not a fun emotion to have.
Yeah.
But Nathan fully intended to hurt anyone he needed to get you out of there.
Char just doesn't believe that you needed to.
Yep.
Yep.
Difference of opinions.
Fucking hell! My goddamn computer.